Hi, my name's Katie. Welcome back to my channel. In this video I'm going to be doing a full face testing out Carter Beauty, which is a new brand that's come to Boots very recently, and obviously I was very curious about it. And I mean, when an affordable makeup brand appears out of nowhere, of course I'm gonna want to like buy it, you know. I did try a couple of products from this brand in my first impressions, which should be up before this video, but for this video we've got pretty much a whole face. The only products I don't have is I don't have any eyebrow products. I can't remember if they actually did any or not. I think they might have done a pencil or something, but it just didn't look like the sort of thing I was interested in. And I didn't get any like eyeshadow or anything. But I have like a bronzer palette and a highlighter palette, which I feel like I could multi-use to make some sort of simple eyeshadow look. But other than that, I think we've got everything. So the foundation that I'm gonna try is this one. This is the Carter Beauty Full Measure HD foundation, which is in the shade Marshmallow, which I'm pretty certain is the light shade. I tried the Dewy foundation by them in my first impressions. So we're gonna see how this one compares. This is one of those situations where we're just doing this and not a whole lot's happening. Right. Okay, can you see that? That's the shade. It's very similar to the other foundation, which I did manage to get that one to work without white mixer, because like in that video, like I originally put in white mixer and made it way too light. So I took it off and just did it by itself, and it wasn't actually too bad. So I think I might just use the colour by itself, and if it is a little bit dark, then that's alright. We'll make it work. But it doesn't have a particularly great shade range. They're base products, like they definitely need some improvements with that. We're just gonna go ahead and put a load of it on. I think they did have a primer, but again, I just wasn't really interested in it, so I didn't see the point in buying it. It's weird because when you look at the bowl, it looks like it's going to be like way too dark. But then when you put it on the face, like it looks like a pretty decent colour match. Like it looks pretty pale, so it's a bit weird that. So what do I think? I think it looks quite fresh. It looks quite like dewy under skin, which is nice. I wouldn't say it's full coverage just because there is like a spot on my chin that is just like, I can still see some of the redness around it, which obviously like I don't expect foundations to like completely camouflage my spots unless they're like really, really full coverage ones. But I don't know, I just still feel like I can see like redness, and like it's just not as concealed as much as I would like it to. But we've got some concealer to try out, so we'll see what that does for it. But I think it looks pretty nice on the skin. I would say it's kind of like a solid medium coverage. I think it looks nice on the skin. I don't think it emphasizes texture too much. What do you think? So what's this? My forehead. Sitting in my pores like a little bit, but again, like all foundations tend to do that, so I think it looks pretty nice. It looks decent, not bad. The concealer actually looks like a mini version of the Dewy foundation because it's got a dropper, which, I mean, you don't see a lot of concealers with droppers, do you? But this is the Carter Beauty Covert Concealer, again in the shade Marshmallow, so it's probably not going to be able to brighten me or anything because it's the same shade as the foundation. But yeah, it's got a dropper and a concealer. It's madness. I guess I'm just going to have to drop it then on my face. I'm just going to put like a little bit around my eye area, on my nose, and around my mouth from where that blemish is. I feel like it's added like a little bit of additional coverage, but I don't feel like it's really done anything major to my skin. I mean, overall I think like my base looks nice, like it looks pretty decent, but like I'm not like really impressed or anything. But like I feel like they're nice enough base products. So I did get a setting powder as well. This is quite a little one. This is the Carter Beauty Setting Standards Baking Powder Translucent. I think there was like 3 shades of this, like maybe a banana one and a slightly deeper one. But obviously I got the translucent one, I'm gonna try use a sponge to set my face. I'm not baking or anything, I'm just using the powder with, I'm just applying it with a sponge and like pressing it into my skin because I don't really like baking, but so we'll see how this goes. Oh, it's doing the same thing that the Fenty Beauty one did to me. I think it's got to be this sponge, like there's something going on with the texture on this. But it's gone so patchy and weird in my eye area. God, I had to do this in my first impressions and I think I'm going to have to do it again. I'm going to have to take my base makeup off. I'll do it off camera, obviously. I think I need to stop using this sponge for setting my face. It's obviously like making my powder and my like base products under it look super patchy. I'm going to redo what I've applied so far and I'll be back in a sec. Okay, so I redid the base makeup and I thought I might as well just do my eyebrows while I'm here because as I said, I've not got any eyebrow products. So I mean, I've set my face with the powder all over. I'm not loving it. First of all, my face still feels like tacky, even though I put like a shit ton of powder on. And I just overall feel like it just looks a bit like kind of textured and not super flawless on the skin. It's just, I don't know, I don't love how my base makeup is looking. Like it doesn't look terrible, but I don't know. But I'll have to keep trying that powder out. I'll try with some different base products. But it's just my #1 pet peeve when you set your face with a powder and your face still feels like kind of sticky. That's like my biggest pet peeve. I hate that. But anyway, we're going to move on to some cheap products now. So I got a bronzer palette and I also got a highlighter palette and they have pretty much the same packaging. So the bronzer palette is just literally called the bronzer palette in the shade Phoenix. And there's a few different colour versions of this. I'm pretty sure this is like the lightest one. So that's the shades in it there. I mean, I don't know, I should be able to get one of these to work. There's kind of some, I feel like these two are like more warm and then these two are more like cool. I mean, I find it weird that this one's got like kind of little random gold specks in it. Bit odd. See, I don't know what the best shade to use is going to be really. See, normally I try and use like more warmer things to bronze and then cooler to contour, but then I don't really contour very often. So, I mean, I'm not against using cool toned things to bronze. I feel like it can work. So like the majority of bronzers that I own are more warm toned. I'm going to take the shade called Blaze, which is one of the more cooler ones, and I'm just going to lightly contour my nose. This might go terribly wrong. I can guarantee you this is probably not going to go according to plan. I do sometimes like to contour my nose, like I've started doing it a little bit more recently. Just because I hate my nose. See, it looks cool toned in the pan, but I feel like it looks warmer on the face. No, I feel like it didn't blend out super easily. I'm gonna go, you know what, I'm gonna go with the one that has got the gold specks in it. What's it called? Embers. And I'm getting that on a bronzer brush and I'm just gonna warm up my face. We'll see how well this works. Well, there's a lot of product going on the brush. Yeah, I mean, that's not too bad. Just giving a nice bit of warmth. It's not like too much. Blending out alright on the cheeks. Yeah, I mean, that's not bad. Doesn't seem too dark or anything. I think this is okay. I'm not like, I don't feel like it's going to be my new favourite bronzing product or anything, but I think it's okay. Okay, so next we've got the holographic highlighter palette in Pegasus. I think there was another colour version of this as well, but this has got some very interesting colours in. So we've got like a bright blue, got an icy white, this like pinky purple one, and then this lighter pink one. I feel like the lighter pink one and the white one are the more kind of natural wearable shades. These two are very extra looking and I kind of worry that they might like show up too dark on the face, but should I try them? Should I try them? Definitely feel like I want to use some of these for eyeshadow, definitely. I'm going to start with Stargazer, which is the white one, which kind of looks like the sort of shade I'd like prefer out of all the ones in this palette. And we'll see what this one does, just on one cheekbone. Quite like that, that's pretty nice, looks pretty good on the skin. good pigmentation. I actually really like that shade. I think I'd use that one a lot. Right, I'm gonna put a little bit of the blue one on my nose and just see what it shows up as. Yeah, it definitely looks very blue, but I don't feel like it's totally unwearable. I don't know. What do you think? I mean, again, yes, it's pigmented, but I don't know how often I'd use that as an actual highlight. So I'm going to use the more pinky peachy toned one called Mystic. Again, which this one seems more wearable to me. And I'm just going to put that one on the other cheekbone. Yeah, that one is also nice. Like these two, I definitely would wear those. But I don't know, I feel like the blue on my nose just looks a little bit weird. And I'm just going to put the white on the rest of my face. I actually think this is a really nice highlighting product. But again, I feel like those two shades I pointed out, I'd use those more so than the other two. I'm going to go in with the deeper purple one though. I'm just going to get a bit on my finger and put this on my eyes. And see if that works as like a nice eyeshadow. I'm going to go in with Inferno from the bronzer palette, and I'm just using like a crease brush, and I'm going to pop some of that through my crease in my eye. I'm putting Stargazer in my inner corner. So I've got an eyeliner for the waterline. This is called the Pencil Pusher Eyeliner. And it's in shade Jet Black, so it's just a standard kohl pencil for the waterline. So yeah, this is a twisty up one. So I'm just going to run this through my top and bottom waterlines. If I'm being honest, it's not my favourite eyeliner pencil, just because I feel like it's not super pigmented, not like up to my standards anyway. Like I just want something super dramatic in the waterline. It's not the smoothest applicator either. Like it's fine, like it's showed up, you can see it there obviously, it's not terrible or anything, but it's certainly not my favourite like kohl pencil for the waterline. I found a lot better ones this year. So they do have a mascara, and I also picked up a pair of false lashes. I don't normally wear false lashes on my channel, or really often in life. I think I used it in a full glam get ready with me a couple months ago, but other than that I don't think I've used false lashes on my channel, but hey, we'll give them a go today. Why not? But obviously I want to test the mascara out first, because on a more regular basis I don't wear false lashes, I just use mascara. But this is the Carter Beauty After Dark Volumizing Mascara. Quite a chunky wand, but I'm gonna go in with this on my top and my bottom lashes and see if it gives us any kind of volume. Personally, I find this underwhelming. I mean, yeah, you can see that it's still a little bit, like it's not like it's completely non-existent mascara or anything, but I personally just want way more volume and thickness for my lashes. Like, I don't know, I don't hate it. I've certainly found worse mascaras, like it has done something. Like, I'd rather have this on my lashes than no mascara, but I don't know, I'm just a bit disappointed in that. Like, it's okay, like it's not the worst mascara I've ever found, but like, I don't know, I just wanted some more volume than that. So the false eyelashes I got are literally just called the Volume False Lashes. Does it come with glue? Okay, so these don't come with any lash glue. It is just the lashes. The only lash glue I've got is from a pair of eyelure ones. Okay, so now I'm just realising that I did throw away the eyelure eye glue, so I have no way to apply these false lashes. I just kind of assumed that they would come with glue, because I assume most eyelashes sets come with like a little tiny bit of glue in them. I can't apply these, but I'm going to get my hands on some lash glue, and I will try them at some point, obviously, but I'm just going to have to leave this really underwhelming lash look, I'm afraid. So we'll finish off with a lip product. So this is the Carter Beauty Matte Lip Tint Free Speech. This was in the shade Joe. I tried the shade Sersha in my first impressions video, which was a more sort of nudie one. This is like a bright red, and I didn't like choose this. It was just like a freebie that came when you bought like a certain amount of Carter Beauty products. So I figured I might as well try it. I mean, I'm not massively into red lips. It's not something that I want to go to often. I liked the formula from my first impressions of the nude shade. So, I mean, this is probably going to look weird on me. I don't feel like I suit red lips really, but we might as well try it because we've got it. These are like super easy to apply compared to like most liquid lipsticks. The colour's super opaque, they're really smooth. The first one, like, it didn't dry down matte, but like it wasn't super sticky or glossy either. It's sort of like a kind of semi-matte sort of finish. Like, I think it looks really pretty. It's just, I don't know if I personally suit this colour. See, I feel like with a more like nudie shade, like I don't mind so much if it's a little bit more glossy, but with like a red like this, I would worry about that because like that's going to transfer surely. I'm going to let it sit, see if it does settle a little bit. So I'm just going to clean up any mess, sort my hair out, and I'll be right back. Okay, so this is the finished look, and I had a bit of a disaster. So I tried to build up some more mascara, which to be fair, the mascara does build a bit, which is great, but then I managed to get a massive blob of mascara on my nose, and then I tried to fix it, and now there's like a patch of foundation that's like come off my nose, and it's a bit of a disaster, but I don't think you can see it on camera too well. So whatever, because I'm not going out anyway, so that's fine. Overall, I feel like this makeup is just, it's not the best. I did put like a little bit of powder on top of the lip product, which I think works quite well. I do really like the lip product actually. I think it's like the pigmentation is really good and it's just not dry or anything, which is nice. But overall, I feel like I'm a little bit underwhelmed. Like, I don't feel like I found a lot of like hidden gems or anything really exciting here. I think the foundation and the concealer are nice. Like, I don't dislike them, but they've not really done anything special. But I mean, that is my first time using them, and I do find like with foundation and concealers I normally need like a bit more time to have like a solid opinion on them, as well as to test how well they wear and things like that. So obviously I'm going to speak about all of these products in my August-September makeup recap, so it won't be the last time you hear about these products from me. But I thought that the foundation and concealer were okay, they weren't too bad, not full coverage, but that's fine. Like a kind of just medium coverage overall is what I felt like I got. The powder I'm not mad at, but I will give it some more chances. I just feel like it looked a bit textured on the skin. Also, my face was still tacky afterwards, which is my #1 pet peeve with powders, if my face is still tacky afterwards, because kind of the whole point of a powder is that it gets rid of the tack, you know. I thought the eyeliner in my waterline was like, it showed up, it was fine, but it's just, personally I found way better ones for like cheap prices, so you know. Mascara I'm a bit underwhelmed with, but you know, you can get something if you do keep building it. I thought the bronzer palette was quite nice and the highlighter palette were quite nice. I actually do really like the 2 more wearable shades from the highlighter palette. I think I would use those quite a lot. And the lip product's pretty nice as well. So yeah, I think my favourite products overall would be the bronzer palette, the highlighter palette, and the lip product. I think those are my favourites. Least favourites would be the eyeliner, the mascara, the powder, and then I'm kind of like 50-50 on the foundation and concealer. So, I mean, I'm not super impressed with this brand, to be honest. I was kind of hoping that I'd find loads of really like great products and stuff, and I'd be like, yes, get this affordable brand that's new. But it's not really gone that way. And obviously, I couldn't even try out the false lashes because I don't have any glue, so we'll see about those in the future. So that's all I got to say on Carter Beauty today. So thank you for watching this video, and I'll see you in my next one. Goodbye!